Hey everyone, Alexi here from Exile Entertainment. In this video, I'm going to tell you my secrets behind having a successful director-producer relationship. Now, before I get started, I want to let you know that spots are available for our Producing Accelerator program that helps filmmakers like you consistently finance and produce your own films. So if you're interested in learning more about that program, stick around until the end of this video. And for the best filmmaking advice, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to be notified when we post a video. The first and most important secret to having a successful director-producer relationship is understanding that the vision for the film and the film itself comes first. So more important than any type of personal conflict that you're going to have to deal with, any type of personal ambitions that you might have, none of that comes before the film itself. So if you can both simply understand this very important lesson, then I can almost guarantee you that you're going to have a successful relationship between a director and a producer. It really is as simple as that. If you both respect the fact that your own personal goals, your personal ambitions, even your personal visions come second to the film and the vision that you each have for the film, then like I said, I can guarantee that you're going to have a successful relationship. And pretty much any of the problems that could come up between the two of you are going to be resolved very quickly, because you're both going to always be working with the same interest in mind, which is to make sure that the film is coming first and that every decision that you're making is serving the interest of the film. Again, not you as individuals, but the film. And this is also something that's applicable to the rest of your team. So if both of you not only respect and appreciate this lesson, but you go out there and with your team, you basically act and make decisions based on this important lesson, then they're going to see that you're also making decisions in the best interest of the film. And so they're going to be acting in the best interest of the film as well. And it really is the best way to promote and to encourage people to work towards, being able to execute that vision and being able to make that film really come to life. So that's absolutely the most important lesson. You need to put your own personal ambitions, your own personal goals to the side and make sure that everything that you're doing is serving the film. The second lesson, and this is true of any important relationship that you have in life, is that you need to respect each other. So if you can both work from a position of respecting the other person, respecting their opinions, respecting their creative input, respecting their dedication to the project, their commitment, their drive. If you can come at the project together from that place of mutual respect, then again, you're going to set yourselves up for having the best chance of having a successful relationship. And really, as soon as that respect is diminished or is violated in any way, then it's going to lead pretty quickly to the deterioration of the relationship. And so this is something that you really want to keep in mind in all your communications or your dealings with each other, especially when there's any kind of disagreement or any conflict in terms of the decisions that you want to each make. You really have to make sure that, again, you're always respecting each other and that you're acting in the interests of the film. So that is the second lesson. It is just as important as the first. I think the first comes absolutely first, but this second lesson really feeds into that one as well. So you want to make sure that you're always respecting each other, always respecting each other's work and opinions, and working from that position. The next secret is to be accountable to each other. So you want to make sure that you're working together in a way that you're both meeting deadlines, you're both sticking to the plan that you set out, you're sticking to the vision. Neither of you is letting the other one down, because as soon as you start letting the other person down or they start letting you down, again, you start to lose that respect for each other. And when you start losing respect for each other, it becomes harder for you to both, again, work within the with the interest of the film at that top of mind. Being accountable is super important. It's also really the only way that you can get the film into production. So if the director and the producer can't be accountable, if they can't meet deadlines, if they can't progress the film and move it and push it forward, then there's no chance that anyone else is going to help you do that. So being accountable is really that secret to actually making the film progress. So being able to work on it consistently, being able to meet your deadlines, being accountable to each other is how you're going to allow the film to move forward. So if you give yourselves a deadline to do something like finish a draft or review a script or complete a budget or finish a finance plan, then make sure you hit that deadline and make sure that you're also holding the other person accountable. The next secret is to determine and agree on the rules of engagement. So what I mean by this is that you want to make it very clear from as early on in the process of working together as possible what your relationship is going to look like, who is going to be responsible for what, who has final say over certain decisions, being in agreement with all these things, and then making sure that that's actually reflected in a contract, in a written agreement. So when I'm producing films, it's very clear between myself and the creative who is responsible for what and who has final say over what. And really, the best way to demarcate this is that the director is responsible for the creative and makes all final decisions to do with the creative, and the producer is responsible for the finance and has all final say over the finance. You should absolutely consult with each other on each of those responsibilities, right? Because you're working together as a team. So you want to be across everything together. But if you can kind of demarcate who's responsible for what and then respect each other's decision making on each of those sides, then that's absolutely the best way to work together. And it means that no one's stepping on the other person's toes. Again, it means that you respect the other person's decision making when it comes to that area of the production, and it really is the easiest way to make sure that you're both able to also make the decisions that you want to be making. You know, if you're a director, no doubt you want to be making those creative decisions. If you're a producer, you want to be making those decisions when it comes to finance and distribution, which is attached to finance. So that's a really good way to do it. The other really important way to decide on the rules of engagement is to decide how you're going to split up the pie. And what I mean by this is who's going to get what in terms of fees, how are you going to split the profit share, how are you going to split copyright. Really, the easiest no-brainer way to do this is to share everything equally. So you should both be receiving the same fees. You should both be receiving the same amount of profit, the same amount of copyright. If you do this, then there's really no reason for there to be any disagreement with the legal relationship that you have with each other. And it's just the easiest, cleanest way to do it. You both are on an equal footing. Again, it shows that you respect each other and you value each other's contribution to the project, and you can move forward from that position really feeling confident and comfortable. And it is important to get that agreement, to get those rules of engagement down into a contract as early on as possible, so that you're both fully aware of what the relationship is going to look like, who's responsible for what, and of course how you're going to share the rewards. The last secret to having a successful relationship between a director and a producer is to always keep it light and keep it fun. You know, filmmaking is it's a difficult pursuit. Getting an independent film financed and into production and out into the world is a hard thing to do. It's a long period of time that you're involved in the project together, and so you want to make sure that the whole time you are having fun and you're enjoying the process together. So really, I think that these lessons or these secrets that I've given you in this video are all extremely important, but if you're just following those and you're not having fun along the way, then it's likely that the relationship isn't going to last, or it isn't going to be as successful as it could be. Because if you don't enjoy spending time together, if you don't enjoy talking with each other, if you can't laugh with each other, then it's not going to be a relationship that anyone wants to really pursue for a long period of time. So it's important to make sure that you do have fun along the way, you know, to do with the film and also outside of the film, whether that means going out together, sharing dinner, going out, partying, drinking. Obviously, if you don't do those things, getting out there and enjoying life together in some way, because it is such an important relationship to have. It's an important relationship to foster. The more that you can foster that relationship, keep it fun, keep it light, the more chance you have of the relationship being a fruitful one. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, leave some comments in the comments section below and let me know if there are any other secrets that you have to the director-producer relationship. Now, if you're looking to form a relationship with more established producers, whether you're a director or a producer or a filmmaking team, and you're wanting to get your film financed and into production and you're wanting to do it fast, then I encourage you to check out the link in the description below. You'll be able to learn more about the Producing Accelerator and set up a time to speak with me or a member of my team. We'll be working out where you're at with the project right now, where you're trying to get to, and if we can help. And don't forget to check out these videos next on how to up your filmmaking game.